Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General of the United States, has said this week that he wants to speak to Ghislaine Maxwell. He wants to know what she knows about Epstein and his clients. Maxwell's lawyers have said that this may be the opportunity that they try to cut a deal, either to lessen her 20-year prison sentence or to get out of jail completely. So I think the big question now on all this Jeffrey Epstein stuff is, what does his madam know? It struck me today that after so many years, we've never really heard her voice publicly. We don't know what she knows. We don't know if she has any information about sort of the high-level clients that Jeffrey Epstein had. High-profile attorney Alan Dershowitz, who back in the early aughts was Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer for a time, has said that Ghislaine Maxwell is the Rosetta Stone of the Epstein affair. She knows absolutely everything. She knows where the bodies are buried in this case. Ghislaine Maxwell is serving her time at a prison for women in Tallahassee, in Florida. She's in a difficult position right now. The jail conditions are not optimal. There's all sorts of leaks at the prison, and there's rodents, and I was reading an Inspector General's report from the Bureau of Prisons saying that there's moldy bread, rotting vegetables in the kitchen. So it's not like, a fancy prison. And I was also speaking to her family, who said that every time that she does speak to them, she gets put into solitary confinement. So Ian Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's brother, does worry about her safety. He believes that from the beginning that she should have been immune to prosecution based on a deal that Jeffrey Epstein made in Palm Beach in Florida. And he's also worried for her safety. In the same way that Jeffrey Epstein died in prison, he's worried his sister is going to die in prison. So there's a big incentive on the part of the family and on her part to make a deal. And that's what a lot of high-profile lawyers think is going to happen when Blanche goes to speak to her at the prison, that her attorneys are going to try to make a deal with the government. Initially, Donald Trump, in his campaign, had promised that he was going to open up the Epstein files. And in the last several weeks, he called the whole fixation on Epstein a hoax and said that there was no there and wanted to move on. So we're essentially on standby to see what happens next. We want to know, what does Ghislaine Maxwell know? And hopefully some of that will be coming out in the next little while.